Have you ever wondered what the world would be like without bees? It sounds like a strange question, but the answer might shock you and change the way you look at your grocery cart forever. We hear a lot about saving the bees, but what does it actually mean for us, for our wallets, and for the food on our plates? Today, we're diving deep into the buzzing world of bees to uncover the shocking truth behind your groceries. First, let's get one thing straight. When we talk about bees, most people picture the fuzzy, black and yellow honeybee, and they're incredibly important. But did you know there are over 20,000 different species of bees in the world? From tiny sweat bees to big, bumbling carpenter bees, this diverse group of insects is responsible for pollinating a massive portion of the food we eat. So, what exactly is pollination? Think of it as the plant world's matchmaking service. Bees travel from flower to flower, collecting nectar and pollen. As they do, they transfer pollen from one flower to another, which allows the plant to produce fruit, vegetables, and seeds. Without this service, many plants simply couldn't reproduce. It's a vital and often invisible job that keeps our entire ecosystem running. Now, here's the scary part. Bee populations around the world are in serious trouble. You've probably heard about colony collapse disorder, a mysterious phenomenon where entire honeybee colonies suddenly vanish. But it's not just honeybees. Wild, native bee species are also facing a massive decline. The reasons are complex and interconnected. Habitat loss due to expanding cities and farms, widespread pesticide use, climate change altering flowering seasons, and the spread of diseases and parasites. It's a perfect storm of threats, and bees are caught right in the middle. Okay, so bees are disappearing. Why should you, a person just trying to buy groceries, care? Here's the direct connection. About one-third of the food we eat depends on pollinators, primarily bees. Take a walk through the produce aisle in your mind. Apples, almonds, blueberries, cherries, avocados, cucumbers, onions, pumpkins, carrots, the list goes on and on. All of these, and hundreds more, rely on bee pollination. Imagine a grocery store with one-third of its produce section just gone. The vibrant colors of fruits and berries replaced by empty shelves. That's the potential reality of a world with far fewer bees. It's not just about variety, either. The crops that would remain, like wheat, rice, and corn, are wind-pollinated. A diet based solely on these staples would be incredibly boring and lack the essential vitamins and nutrients we get from fruits and vegetables. Our health would suffer. But let's talk about something that hits even closer to home: your wallet. Basic economics tells us that when supply goes down and demand stays the same, prices go up drastically. A world without enough bees means that the cost of producing pollinator-dependent crops would skyrocket. Farmers are already feeling the pressure. In some parts of the world, like certain regions of China, the bee population has declined so much that workers have to pollinate apple and pear trees by hand. They painstakingly transfer pollen from one blossom to another with small brushes. Can you imagine the labor cost involved in that? It's a slow, expensive process that simply isn't scalable for the vast majority of our food supply. If farmers have to start renting honeybee hives at higher and higher prices, or even resort to hand pollination, who do you think pays for that extra cost? We do. The consumer. That $10 pint of blueberries could become a $20 or $30 luxury item. Your morning coffee, which relies on bee pollination, could double in price. The almonds in your granola? The avocado on your toast? Expect to pay a premium for all of them. The impact ripples through the entire food system. It's not just fresh produce. Think about the dairy aisle. Cows eat alfalfa, and alfalfa is pollinated by bees. Less alfalfa means more expensive feed for cows, which leads to more expensive milk, cheese, and yogurt. Even your favorite burger could be affected. The problem is already here. We're seeing it in real time. Almond growers in California, who produce over 80% of the world's almonds, are completely dependent on bees. Every year, They have to rent billions of honeybees from beekeepers all over the country and truck them in just for the short almond blooming season. The cost of renting these hives has been steadily increasing for years as bee populations struggle. This is a direct cost that gets passed on to you every time you buy almond milk or a bag of roasted almonds. So what can we do? It can feel overwhelming, but the good news is that we can all be part of the solution. You don't need to become a beekeeper to make a difference, although that's great if you do. The solutions start right in our own backyards and communities. One of the biggest things you can do is plant bee-friendly flowers. Bees need to eat all season long, not just in the spring. Planting a variety of native wildflowers that bloom at different times, from spring to fall, provides a continuous buffet for them. Think lavender, sunflowers, coneflowers, and bee balm. Even a small pot of flowers on a balcony can become a vital refueling station for a tired bee in the city. Another huge step is to avoid using pesticides in your garden, especially neonicotinoids, which are particularly harmful to bees. These chemicals can be absorbed by the entire plant, making its pollen and nectar toxic. Look for organic, natural pest control solutions instead. When you choose organic, you're not just protecting your own health. You're voting with your wallet for farming practices that protect pollinators. You can also support local, sustainable farmers and beekeepers. Visit your local farmers market. Talk to the people who grow your food. Ask them about their practices. Buying local honey from a nearby beekeeper is a great way to support the people who are on the front lines of protecting these essential insects. Their work is crucial for the health of local ecosystems. Finally, spread the word. Share what you've learned. The more people understand the direct link between bees and the food on their table, the more momentum we can build for bigger changes. We need policies that protect bee habitats, promote bee-friendly farming, and restrict the use of harmful pesticides on a larger scale. The truth is, we are not running out of bees just yet, but we are at a critical tipping point. The choices we make today, in our gardens, at the grocery store, and in our communities, will determine the future of our food supply and the health of our planet. The next time you see a bee buzzing around, don't just see a small insect. See the tiny, tireless worker that makes your dinner possible. Protecting them isn't just about saving nature. It's about saving ourselves from a future of empty shelves and expensive meals. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, turn on notifications, and subscribe for more eye-opening content. Let us know in the comments what you do to help save the bees. See you next time.